Hello, I'm Grimgrindle and welcome to Vlogcast number 7. This Vlogcast will probably be a little bit shorter than other Vlogcasts because despite being the massive blowhard that I am, I just simply don't have a lot to say today. But before I get to saying not much, I'd first like to tell you about the spider incident. As some of you may or may not know, Channel Grim and Grin is based out of Australia. And if you're Australian, you know that we have a lot of spiders. And if you're not Australian, you probably know that too because it's pretty well broadcast. I'm not exactly the biggest fan of spiders simply because I don't like small creatures that fit in tiny spaces and have enough poison to kill you. So this in mind, when I went to film the live action parts of the Pixels review earlier this week, I was not exactly delighted when I found a spider on my green screen while I was trying to set up my green screen. However, while they appear to be demonic hellspawns, spiders actually do in fact bleed, which means if I were to squash the spider, I would be squashing the spider against my green screen, which means that there would be blood on my green screen, which is hard to get out, and it would make the green screen not entirely green, which defeats the entire purpose of a green screen. Therefore, I was caught in a situation where I had to get rid of a spider without making the spider dead. Further complicating the situation, the spider was on the vertical part of the green screen, not on the ground, so I couldn't simply put a cup against it and then slide some paper under the cup and lift it out, because the green screen is hanging, and while it's not loose, it's definitely not tight, and so pushing a cup against it would not actually create any sort of airtight seal. So my solution, which I originally thought was ingenious, but now in reflection can see was foolish, was to use the vacuum cleaner but without any attachment, so basically it's just a big hose that sucks, to, with pinpoint accuracy, suck up the spider, therefore being able to do it from a distance and avoid leaving any gory residue on my green screen. Well, the best laid plans of mice and men, as they say. It turns out that one of the major flaws with this plan was that I do not actually possess pinpoint accuracy. And the second major flaw with this plan is, as I said, it is a sheet, and while it's not exactly loose, it's not tight either. Therefore, when the nozzle of my vacuum cleaner decided to go slightly too low on the spider hunt, it pulled the green screen tight, catapulting the spider at my face. It was not exactly the biggest spider in the world, but I tell you what, it got bigger quickly as it became closer to my pretty face. Because that's how perspective works. And I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, that was the quickest I've ever moved. Like a full-blown ninja, I matrixed out of the way, ran from the room, cried a little, came back, couldn't find the spider, and it is still at large. It is no doubt plotting revenge due to my assassination attempt, so I guess I'll just have to stay vigilant. But in truth, having a spider out to get you really makes no difference because if you live in Australia, you do so with the knowledge that there probably is quite a few poisonous beasties trying to get you anyway. And that, my friends, was the great spider incident of 2016. Luckily, however, I was able to power through and get the Pixels review done despite the threat of my life. I was pretty happy with how the Pixels review turned out, and I thoroughly enjoyed watching it again to write the review. It as in Pixels, not my review. I thoroughly enjoyed watching Pixels again to write my review of Pixels. So if you've not actually seen Pixels, as I say in my review of it, give it a chance because it's definitely better than you would expect from an Adam Sandler film. And we once again managed to get an extra video done on Wednesday, which was of course the advanced turret tutorial, which seems to be received pretty well so far. It's got quite a few comments, quite a few likes, and quite a few views as well, so all round happy with that. Going into next week, unlike last week's vlogcast where I couldn't guarantee that there would be an extra video on Wednesday, this week I can guarantee that there most certainly will be, because it's finished and it's ready to be uploaded. So going up on Wednesday will be episode 3 of our Terraria show, My Dear Delilah. And then on Friday for our main video, provided all things go right, there will be a new episode of Sci-Fi Mineshaft. And finally, over into Pop Culture Corner, I've actually not got much to say here. As I said earlier, this is going to be a shorter video, and that's largely because I've been working too hard on videos to actually watch any movies, aside from the movies I was reviewing. Like, I've watched Pixels, but aside from that, I've not seen anything, and therefore I've not really got anything to say in this Pop Culture Corner section. So, I'm still watching Son of Zorn, and I'm still watching the new MacGyver series. They're both good to a degree, and Son of Zorn is definitely getting better as it goes. Oh, and on Saturday, my city had its Christmas pageant, which means I'm pretty much entirely in the Christmas spirit now. But you'll unfortunately not see that reflected on this channel until December. Because I'm going to be so busy working on content the next 2 months, there's a pretty big chance I'm not going to have much pop culture to talk about, and I'm not going to have a great deal of stories to share here. In light of this, there might be more vlogcasts like this one, where they're a little bit shorter because, like this week, there's not much to say. Or I might start doing them fortnightly instead, that way all of my stories and pop culture insights or whatever builds up, and when I actually do the video, I have a lot more to say, and it's a longer video. We've honestly not decided what we're going to do yet. I really do enjoy making these because it's sort of a documentation of the growth of our channel, but we'll see how it goes. So I guess I'm just saying this so if I don't put up one next Monday, you don't think it's because the spider got me or something. View-wise, these are probably our least popular videos, but if you are actually one of the few people who do watch it and have an opinion on the situation, do give your insight and we will actually consider it. But with all of that said and done, this particular episode of Vlogcast is coming to an end. So, as always, welcome to our new subscribers, we hope we can entertain you. And to our old ones, thanks for sticking around. You have been listening to Vlogcast number 7, and I have been and still am Grim Grindle.